Our president has blood on his hands.
Yeah.
Andrew, if you know human trafficking is coming over the border, real human trafficking, not the BS with you, real human trafficking is coming over that border. Opioids and fentanyl coming over the border. You know, I saw the Border Patrol agents. They showed me a block of fentanyl, maybe 3 times the size of this. Mm-hmm. They said, Michael, this can kill the entire world population. Wow. It's coming over the border and we can't stop it. You know this? You're the president of the United States. You know this and you don't close the border immediately? I had a kid drop dead in my house. He had a bit of fentanyl this big, like a drop of a pinhead, within 10 minutes, dead in my house.
Insane.
You know this is happening and you don't put a stop to it. You know there's human trafficking. You're in charge of this whole country, the welfare of people that trusted you and put you in office. You don't stop it immediately? What more evidence do you need?
And this is where the whole conversation gets spiritual because
but you see, but then they get mad at us for talking about it because it's the truth and they can't accept that.
That's right. They want to shoot the messenger.
No.
Yeah.
You know, but how do you just sit there and say, well, you know what, my life is good, I'm just going to keep quiet. I can't do it.
Because you'd have to be soulless to do it.
I can't do it.
And this is where the whole conversation gets spiritual because when I say the people in charge are demonic, they're
100%
demonic. They worship Satan, whether they admit it or recognize it or not, they do.
It's absolutely demonic.
And people say, oh, you're crazy. What do you mean? About a bunch of Satan worshipers. The scenario you just described could only be accepted by a Satan worshiper, someone who has no concern for anything but themselves. And if you look at the Satanic Church, a lot of it is down to just absolute selfishness. The Satanic Church will teach you all that matters is you and how you feel.
Exactly.
And no, you don't have to care about anyone else. If it makes you happy, that's fine, which is, we can tie back to our earlier conversation about hedonism and people being obsessed and self-obsessed. This is why they push certain things they push. This is the reason why they try and convince the whole population they're depressed. Depression is a low energy state. You're not going to go to revolution if you're depressed. If you're depressed, you're obsessed only with how you feel. You're self-obsessed now. You're a depressed person. You don't want to go outside. You don't want to do anything. You don't care about the world. Right. You only care about you. You're worshiping Satan if you're going to sit there depressed. I don't care if I'm depressed. I have things to do, and I am not going to allow people I care about to be at detriment. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm a full-grown man. I have things to do. So they're trying to push all of this, and it is demonic and it's satanic. And once you go down this rabbit hole, it's amazing. You can start with fiat currency, or you can start with the false democracy. You can start with all these things. It has to end up at God because there has to be an equal and opposite force. There's so much evil in the world. There has to be an equal and opposite force, which is God. And the only thing that can actually fix a society and maintain a society is the belief in something bigger and more powerful than a government or money is God. And this is why you look at the countries who have thrown God away, how quickly they're declining, as opposed to the countries who still have God and still believe in God. And this is why it's such an important, it's a spiritual battle. It truly is spirit. It's good against evil. It's that simple.
100%.
It's good people against evil 100%. People.